The little girl was just trying to grab a chicken leg when her grandmother hit her, saying that as a girl, she had no right to eat it. The chicken legs were reserved for the grandson. The woman's face instantly darkened upon hearing this, and she directly picked up a chicken leg and put it in her daughter's bowl. Unexpectedly, the mother-in-law continued to make a fuss, telling the woman that only the grandson could carry on the family line. If the woman could give her a grandson, then she would allow the little girl to sit at the table for meals in the future. The woman didn't want to argue with her mother-in-law initially, but the mother-in-law's words became increasingly harsh, even threatening that if the woman couldn't give birth to a boy, she would make her son divorce her. The woman then told her husband to quit his job the next day and return to the countryside to farm with the family. This statement shocked everyone in the family because the woman was a billionaire CEO. Due to her busy work schedule, she had left her daughter to live with her mother-in-law and provided her with a substantial monthly allowance. But the mother-in-law favored boys over girls, using all the allowance to support her younger daughter-in-law who had a son, and making the little girl do all the household chores. The girl can only eat the boys' leftovers. But on this day, the woman unexpectedly returned and saw this scene. The mother-in-law immediately began to put on an act, claiming that she had raised the little girl with great effort. But the girl shouted at her every day. The woman instantly saw through the mother-in-law's false pretense, but her husband chose to believe his mother, blaming the woman and demanding she apologize to his mother. For the sake of family harmony, the woman chose to swallow her pride. During dinner, the incident at the beginning occurred. The woman, unfazed, decided she wanted a divorce, which threw her husband into a panic. He explained that his mother's words were just said in anger. The younger daughter-in-law, worried about her future security, threatened the little girl, saying that since she was so cute, what would happen if she encountered a stepfather with bad intentions? The little girl, terrified by this, begged her mother not to divorce her father. The woman then gave up the idea of divorce, and her husband apologized, promising never to mention divorce again. Suddenly, the mother-in-law said she wanted to adopt the grandson into their family. Seeing the woman immediately refuse, the mother-in-law invited the village chief and some uncles to the ancestral hall as witnesses. It was then that the woman realized the true purpose behind her mother-in-law's proposal to adopt the boy, which was to use this method to take over her assets. But the woman quickly thought of a way to counter this. She took out some money and handed it to her daughter, telling her to buy some snacks for the village children and bring them to the ancestral hall to play. When the entire village had gathered at the ancestral hall, the mother-in-law announced that she wanted to adopt the grandson into the elder son's family and asked the village chief to personally alter the family genealogy. The woman immediately stood up to oppose it, but the mother-in-law and husband insisted. The husband even threatened that if she could give birth to a son now, he would drop the idea of adoption. The villagers, understanding the situation, began to mock the woman, saying that not only could she not have a son, but she also wouldn't allow the adoption, which was unreasonable. Feeling supported by the villagers, the mother-in-law gained confidence. Accusing the woman of never having served her a single day since marrying into the family, she claimed that she was the one who washed clothes, cooked meals, and took care of the children every day. Yet the woman repaid her kindness with ingratitude, and now even wanted to end the family line. The village chief, seeing the family dispute, tried to persuade the woman to agree to the adoption. The woman remained silent until her daughter arrived at the ancestral hall with a group of children. Only then did she agree to adopt the son into her family.